Content warnings for this episode of Fantasy Violence and Death. There are some folks with frankly potty mouths, and the threat of the entirety of narrative causality unravelling before our eyes. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome, friends, to Discworld. It's Hogswatch Eve, and our plucky band of, well, we'll find out what you are in a second, are all set to do some good works, shall we say. You hear a faint glingle, lingle, glingle, glingle, and it's going to be heard somewhere outside of existence. And suddenly, each of you feel yourself becoming. No, that's not quite right. You feel yourself always having been. Above you is the night sky, clear and crisp, with the silhouette of a sleigh pulled by some very angry-looking boars sailing across the moon. Beneath your feet is the snow-covered roof of a large home with some chimneys at one end and a small decorative bell tower at the other. In all directions, almost as far as the eye can see, are more houses. Big houses, small houses, dirty houses and clean houses. Scattered amongst them are shops, with creaky signs hanging above their doors and an almost equal number of grubby pubs. They line the winding cobbled streets that run like muddy rivers through the sprawl of almost civilization. You are in, or rather somewhere above, the city of Ankh-Morpork. A loud thud draws your attention away from the grimy vista as several presents wrapped in brown paper and jolly primary coloured ribbons scatter across the roof. A decidedly unjolly voice from above enters all your heads without seeming to bother going through your ears. Oh, bother. More of you. Well, you have a task. The Hogfather is missing. I'm filling in, as it were. You must make sure the children believe in the Hogfather by tomorrow morning, or the sun won't come up. This is not a metaphor. Make them believe. With an enraged porcine squeal and an incongruously pleasant jingle of bells, the sleigh vanishes, speeding across the city. Each of you is filled with sudden dread. The Hogfather is missing. And if children stop believing in him before the sun comes up, something terrible will happen. Starting with, but likely not limited to, you each receiving a visit from whoever just spoke. You have a notion, the first notion of your fledgling existence, that you don't want that. Abandoned on this rooftop with your first terrible thoughts and a small pile of wrapped gifts, it's time to come up with a plan. So, can you introduce yourselves, please? Your name and what you are the anthropomorphic personification or very small god of.
Well, I've found myself to be, in these last few moments, I have become Sheriff Tumble, the tiny little cowboy who makes the tumbleweeds that roll on past whenever there's an awkward silence or a tense duel. You can picture me as looking a little bit like Orville Peck, the masked cowboy, but I like to just sit there with my crochet needles, crocheting tumbleweeds, and provide them those for all the occasions in which they are necessary.
And who are you really?
Oh, I'm Rowan. Hi. It's definitely just say it.
I'm David. However, the character that I will be playing as today is Squiggly. I am a little squirrel. I live in the clouds. I am the deity that handles, kind of the gardening of the clouds. I make them look a certain way. When you look up in the sky and you think, wow, that looks like a shoe. You can see my little watermark up there if you look close enough. But that's my thing. I like to make the clouds look a certain way. I like to play a bit of game with that as well. Somebody might be having a terrible day and, maybe somebody's not doing too well. I'll put that person in the sky just to remind them, just to be like, hey, remember that? Yeah. I like to be a bit mischievous, but I do my job, but it gets a bit boring sometimes because it's just me doing it, but that's about it really.
And so what do you look like? Just a squirrel?
I'm just a little squirrel. I'm a little wee guy, easily distracted, but I try and do what I can. I like messing with people, like I said. That's about it really.
Awesome.
My name is Joseph. and I'll be playing the Weasel of Narrative Causality. The Weasel of Narrative Causality, of course, is the driving force behind the story of the Discworld. It will ensure that any stories end with a large bang and a satisfying conclusion.
Fantastic.
Hello, my name is Kay, and the character I'll be playing today is Fluffer Nimbus, and she is a deity of thoughts, or really just like half-forgotten thoughts, sentences, shower revelations. Basically, if you're walking to a room, maybe you're forgetting why you're there, or you're in the middle of an interview or something like that, and you get asked a question and you forget the answer to it. That's me. I'm kind of cheeky. I love absorbing the thoughts of others and then giving them to other people. And then, that's pretty much it. And then I'm she, her.
Excellent.
Hi, I'm Heather, and my character today is Buckie, the Bogle. A Bogle is a shape-shifting fairy beast, and my domain as Buckie covers buckles, ties, fastenings of all varieties, and very little else, which is mainly used to detach boots and bags and other deeply important things as people cross bogs, leaving them deeply, deeply annoyed, which is my main goal in life, as opposed to bringing things to a resolution. I like to bring things to further confusion and frustration.
Excellent.
Oh, I didn't say what I look like.
Oh, yes. Please.
Either.
Yeah, please go around and we'll do that.
The Weasel of Narrative Causality is a floating, normal-looking weasel, but only the front half floats. The back half sort of dangles behind, kicking furiously.
And then Fluffer Nimbus, you can picture Fluffer Nimbus as sort of like a cloud, a shape-shifting cloud, just, the big fluffy form of mist and stuff. And that's what she is.
Do like shapes coalesce from time to time?
Yes, they do. Yeah. They do, depending on her mood. So if she's feeling grumpy, for example, you might see her as like a clock or something like that.
Buckie, as a shapeshifter, has many options available to her, but does tend to default to essentially being a large sentient pile of moss, but with hands that are generally prone to going to places that they shouldn't. But, misty around the edges.
Cool. And I'm everyone else in the world, including Death, where I get to speak in capital letters. It's a good time. And Rowan's editing this video. He's going to have such a fun time figuring out how to do that.
Reverb.
I'm alleged.
Reverb, pitch shift.
Yeah.
Reverb on reverb.
That's his punishment for what I did in the Scooby-Doo video.
Yes, indeed. So all of you are on top of the roof of this building, and there are some presents scattered, and for sure, with the certainty which only a person who's only had a few thoughts so far can have, that you need to get these presents to their intended recipient, otherwise the sun won't come up in the morning. So I have a few of them. Please pass them around. I'll read them out to the class. So we have a pair of darned socks, used. We have a sports stick, or possibly a bat. We have Inquisition Torture Chamber with wind-up rock and nearly real blood you can use again and again. We have dangerous mammals, reptiles, amphibians, birds, fish, jellyfish, insects, spiders, crustaceans, grasses, trees, mosses, and lichens of Terra Incognita, Volume 29, in 3 parts. We have a fresh but dead pigeon, a bottle of Bear Hugger's finest whiskey, and an ornate dagger with a wavy blade, built-in poison capsule, and decorative black sheath. There's also names on the... these will be worth writing down. We'll just make a list for you as well. But because the narrative causality demands it, the name tags have come off of the presents. And the recipients are Quail Doppler. It's actually put in brackets, servant girl, because it's kind of like that. Lord Snyde. Tabitha Snyde. Bertrand Snyde, Bellwether, just Bellwether, It says Bellwether, Gargoyle, Marcus Doppler, Butler, and Edmund Marley, Assassin. So your mission is clear, I hope, and you are able to explore the house as you like, and I reckon chatting to each other as well, because you might find some things out.
Well, now, what a strange set of folks here on this snowy rooftop. What the heck is going on here?
It looks like a tornado in Kansas.
By some feat of narrative causality, the Weasel of narrative causality has ended up with a dead pigeon and is currently gnawing on the packaging.
Hey, you stop that. Stop that. I think these gotta go to the children or the adults or the assassin. I'm not quite sure at the moment.
To be clear, you consider the assassin to be neither an adult nor a child.
There's some third thing.
And we're saying this assassin deserves a present? Somebody who goes out there and is killing people? This guy gets a present?
I don't feel we get to morally judge who gets present.
Look, son, it's Hogswatch season.
There's a list.
I mean, I guess. I just don't know, but this might encourage him to keep doing what he's doing. We might end up on that list, who knows?
He's
Or
an assassin, he gets paid, he's already encouraged.
he's part of the guild. And quite frankly, if we want him to stop doing it, then why not spread some Hogswatch cheer?
What I say is, like, let him be. Like, whatever he does, like, the storm's gonna come his way if he continues to kill people, you know? Who
Or
are we to
not.
fear?
Or not. And who are we to judge? Well, I think the mission in front of us is clear. We have a great deal of presents, and we have a great deal of folks that need to get those presents in this here house. In order for the sun to rise, then we're going to have to get this right.
As the Weasel of narrative causality, are you able to tell which present belongs to which person?
Oh God, that would be so easy.
Yes, of course I can. But I'm not going to tell you because that would spoil the story.
Oh, damn.
Would the sun not coming up spoil the story?
Yes, but we have to solve it with only 1 minute left to spare.
Please give yourself a luck point. Everyone should start with 2 luck points, by the way. And you can spend them on all kinds of stuff. Usually to do ridiculous things or say, oh, there's a thing there. Who'd have thought it? There's a convenient thing I need for exactly the situation. So you put yourself to 3.
Excellent.
And a little asterisk, as we all know, any ticking time bomb, countdown, or anything must happen with either 1 minute or 1 second left to spare.
Absolutely.
I find myself strangely drawn to the idea of thwarting all of your plans for no particular reason. Anyway, as a deity of clouds of thought, can you tell what the people in the house are yearning for?
I do have that ability. I could absorb, like, their thoughts and see what they're thinking of and what they believe. And
I think this is the first role of the game. Because it's not a very strong power, it's not very good, but I reckon you'd be able to figure out a little bit of what's going on in people's heads, with hopes and dreams and expectations and stuff.
Hogswatch night, they're thinking of one thing and it's what they desperately desire.
Let's find out. So I'd like you to argue, please. You can use any element at all on your character sheet to persuade me that you should roll really high dice. So you have a D4, a D6, a D10, and a D12. Not a D8, however. That one's for me. And this is my brightly coloured bouncy one.
right, so any element, like, what does that mean?
So you can say, well, I'm clearly the deity of thoughts and things, so I should get a bonus for this. You can even say that.
So basically, just fight for the cause.
Yeah. Or so you've got your quirks as well, and it's really just how well you can persuade me. It's a good idea, and that'll be how high dice you roll.
Can I have written as a quirk, not always helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Can I oppose that roll for now? Can I add?
I have as a quirk prefers confusion to resolution, which I feel could come very quickly from any of them.
That might not work.
We're not getting anywhere tonight.
I will allow you to roll.
Okay.
So I reckon this is right in your wheelhouse. So I'm going to say you can roll a D10 for this, and I'm going to challenge it with my trusty D8 and see how you get on.
Okay.
Yep, so give it a roll, see how you do.
All right.
Oh.
1.
Cool. On my d8, I get 2.
Oh my
glorious
gosh,
victory.
1 and 2.
Yeah. And so you
That
try
kind of game is
That is horrible.
You try your best. You sort of focus your brand new mind, and you think, I should be able to do this. This is fine. But the pervading, almost like the conscious wall of consciousness around the world is just thinking about Hogswatch morning and presents and all this nice stuff. Family, fire, fighting with family, setting on fire, whatever it might be, and you cannot quite get a distinct feel for these specific people in this specific house.
I would also argue too, since it's like a really low roll, that like my character, I think, is a bit like freaked out. The sun's not going to come out if we don't, do all these presents and that sort of thing. So like I'm emotionally like shocked right now, and I think that's interfered with my ability a little bit.
To be fair, you are 4 minutes old.
I know. It's a lot. It's a lot for like a little cloud.
But it is also all you've ever known, so
I use my powers as the cloud deity to like boost, give her that extra oomph that she needs.
Not for this one. I'll say you can maybe do it next time. Yeah. So you're on this rooftop. It's snow covered. There's red tiles underneath it. Neat guttering. And yeah, you've got these presents on the floor. I'm guessing you sort of picked some of them up.
Is there a chimney?
Oh yes, there is. There is also a bell tower as well.
presumably if there is a gargoyle on the list, the gargoyle is on the edge of the building.
Presumably, yeah. We can go and find them. Go and see what's what.
I think a gargoyle would be relatively amenable to a floating front half of a weasel. And
Yeah. What do we got, by the way? I've got a pair of darn socks and a sports stick.
Well, I've got pretty interesting things here. I've got a bottle of Bear Hugger's finest whiskey. You know, I'd be kind of hard to give this away, I think, but it is Hogs.
Well, what are
at the
you
end of
going
the
to
day.
use with them?
What do you mean? This is a bottle of great whiskey, and I'm supposed to just
And
give this away to
you're a
someone?
little squirrel.
Yeah, this will last me ages. This will be so... Think about how drunk I'll get off this. I'm a little squirrel. It'll be great.
think of all the inappropriate clouds you can make.
Dude, yes. It would be like an art gallery up there.
And if you
Yeah.
get too drunk, this is how the clouds absorb, like, you know.
I could just be like bashing clouds and just making everything rain all the time. It'd be so funny. That's what I do to London all the time. It's such a laugh. I've also got this. This is the dungeon, the dangerous mammals, reptiles, amphibians, birds, fish, jellyfish, insects, spiders, crustaceans, grasses, trees, mosses, lichens of terror, and the other stuff. Volume 29 in 3 parts.
That seemed like that
Wow.
could go to an assassin of some sort.
I think so.
Speaking
Yeah.
of assassins, I think I might have the present that goes to the assassin. I've got the ornate dagger with a wavy blade, built in poison capsule in decorative black.
Yeah.
I feel like both of these could also go to the little girl with very little strength. Additionally, my present is the Inquisition torture chamber with wind-up rock and really real blood you can use again and again.
Well, that could go to anyone.
I
Gift
think
that keeps on giving. Yeah.
Tabitha sounds like she'd be into it. That's all I'm saying.
And you, Weasel?
Well, I already know I've got pigeon because I've been trying.
Oh yeah, the pigeon, of course. Well,
I just thought he's always had that pigeon.
I think we make a fair bet to begin with that the pigeon's for the gargoyle. I don't think we stick to that. We go and find them, go and speak to them. But if I were a gargoyle, I think a dead pigeon would fill up my stocking quite nicely.
That's racist.
I humbly disagree.
Would anyone like to go across to the bell tower? It's like a few steps across this sloping roof.
So I'm going to pick up the package and kick my way over there.
Okay. And so yeah, you make your way across the roof. This is a small decorative bell tower. It's seen better days. It will strike every hour until dawn, which our audio editor is going to put in really nicely for us. Thank you, audio editor.
Wait, am I allowed to swear? Am I creating work for myself?
You creating work for yourself. Gosh darn it.
Dang nabbit.
You can see hunched over at the far side, looking out across the city. You can see a gargoyle just doing that.
Hello, good sir. Hello.
What? Who are you? Are you on my roof?
I'm the Weasel of narrative causality, and I'm not on your roof. I'm floating slightly above your roof.
I shit corrected.
Yes. Do you celebrate Hogswatch?
Indeed, I do. And you see across, there is somewhere they've got a sock and they've sort of hung it up, but it's like mouldy and there's like bits falling off and things. But there is very clearly a sock hanging up, waiting for a present.
And what is your Hogswatch wish this year?
Oh, now I'm on the spot. Could be world peace. That'd be nice. Yeah, world peace.
It's not on the cards, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, there's lots of nice things I like, but my favourite thing, absolute favourite thing, is pigeons.
Coincidence, not because he's a gargoyle.
Absolutely not. And in fact, if he loves pigeons, he might want a live one.
Not in the cards, I'm afraid.
Not on the cards.
And when do you sleep?
I don't really. I sit like this and just look. I'm very, very patient. See lots of things I do.
Okay. Because I kind of need you to be asleep for this.
I can
Wait.
I can turn my back.
Before turning your back, you watch all the people that come in and out of the house, right? So you have an impression of all the people that come in and out of the house.
I do. I am meticulous in my looking. Yeah.
Incredible. Who do you think wants to torture people secretly in their blackest heart?
Oh, Tabitha.
Yeah.
That little girl is precocious.
She contains a multitude of horror, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Have you seen The Assassin? I'm very excited to meet The Assassin.
Oh, was that the bloke in a cloak looking furtive?
They
Could be.
tend to wear those, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not surprised if it wasn't.
Do you know where he hangs out?
He just arrived. He's probably in the hallway
No,
just now.
Who do you think he's trying to kill?
Everyone. Well, probably Lord Snyde, to be precise.
yeah.
Would you kill Lord Snyde?
No, he gave me my sock.
Do you?
He seems like a nice guy.
He does. Very generous.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not our job to protect him, so if he dies, he dies. But it would sadden me to see him go.
Can we utilize his death to further the cause of the Hogfather?
Potentially. I like where this is going.
What greater
Rich,
sign of
Rich, what is that face for?
what greater sign of belief is there than a ritual sacrifice?
I suppose.
Exactly. Like, this is what happens if you don't believe in the Hogfather.
Tragedy brings people together. So if they wake up on Hogswatch morning with all their perfect presents and a dead daddy,
The poignancy.
And I could just make them forget it all. I could absorb all their thoughts.
No, we need them to
No.
remember. Every Hogswatch, they remember.
Every year, I will present a masterpiece mural in the sky of their dead father.
Truly, what else? They will remember
we could help
forever.
the assassin if we wanted.
Right. Well, then what I can
let's,
do
you know
then...
what? Let's make it about him.
what I could do then is I could absorb all their grief. They'll still feel their grief.
No.
But then the next year, I could just have them reabsorb what I've absorbed.
Exactly.
It'll be just this.
Although,
Counterpoints.
I am thinking,
Oh,
much like how dog bites man is not a headline, assassin kills target, that's not a headline.
no.
Assassin killed by target, or indeed by Tabitha, that attracts attention.
What about target killed by tiny cowboy?
They'd never see that coming.
I would struggle to credit that to the Hogfather, but you could dress as the Hogfather while we did it.
We're setting up the Hogfather now.
Yeah. Weasel, you had something to say.
Just that tragedy often occludes the celebratory aspect of Hogswatch.
We didn't say celebrate, we said believe.
Look, we're just here to get the presents to the people, and then it's like,
Well, I believe that you maybe have a point. You seem to have a kind of a grasp on the narrative structure of things, how things should go.
Only
And if you're telling me that this whole thing won't be satisfying if we just kill everyone like some murder hobos, then if you're telling me that that wouldn't be narratively satisfying, then I'm willing to believe you, son.
It would be almost the exact opposite.
Ah, dang.
To be clear, they will also die if the sun doesn't rise tomorrow.
Yeah, eventually, the crops will stop growing, and
That's
but
very
at least
insensitive.
have some time together. Look, I think
So you're coming down firmly on the side of dying slowly as being...
no, I'm coming on the side of helping the Hogfather, and hopefully by the end of the night we still exist as well, because I'm enjoying this. I know I've only been here for 15 odd minutes, but I'm having a whale of a time. You gargoyle, dead pigeon.
Before that, you hear a small little glingle, 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 glingle noise as out of the sky
The time whale.
comes the wail of a time, just goes burning up in the atmosphere and crashes into the River Ankh.
Are you kidding me? I spent fucking ages making all those clouds and he's just gone right through them. Let's go fucking see what this guy's doing then.
No, we gotta stay on task.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Look, put him back
Why,
together.
what was the point of him coming here?
You can look later, he's just on top of the river, he didn't go into it.
Yeah.
The River Ankh is famously
Mostly
non-Newtonian fluid, like custard. It's thick,
On a good day.
yeah, thick with pollution and grime and stuff. Bodies as well, sort of floating gently. It's quite a tourist attraction.
Of course it isn't. You can go and see a whale.
We can't give the gargoyle this. Gargoyle? So, cover your ears.
Or what?
We can't give him this until he's asleep. That's just how it's done.
I can knock him out.
He's been the only person that's a source of information for us. I think we should keep him conscious.
Do we keep him till last then? Because we can put the pigeon in the back pocket.
Also, I can fix the bits that are falling off of his sock. I can at least do that much.
The pigeon's gonna stay dead at the end of the day, isn't it?
Do we just need... Do we just need to, like, make him sleepy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can sing him to sleep.
I could put some like sheep jumping in the sky. That could distract him a wee bit. I think.
Roll for it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I could, like...
So this sounds like it's in your wheelhouse. Is there anything you can do to persuade me that this is going to be the perfect plan? It's just got to work.
Have you seen
Maybe you can morph me.
I'm from the Isle of Lewis. Yes.
No.
Have you, who just came into existence 40 minutes ago on the roof.
They look exactly like clouds.
Yeah, I think I kind of in my wheelhouse.
Okay. There's a consequence if this goes wrong. If you do a bad job of this, then the gargoyle will be more awake than ever.
Fuck.
I reckon so far you've persuaded me. You can definitely roll a d10. Is there anything else you could add to say? Oh, actually, the d12 for this.
Oh, you got in your quirks.
Yeah.
My quirks are not helpful.
Well, I'll say
Easily
you've got-
distracted and enjoys misleading signs, so that's not what we
Enjoys misleading signs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'll say you can roll your d12. I'm going to roll your target number first.
I think I lost.
So your target number to meet or beat
Okay.
is 3.
I got beat 3.
Yes. Meet or beat it.
Come on, guys, let's go.
I believe in you.
Come on, guys.
Three.
I got a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Gargoyle, Bellwether the Gargoyle is sitting, fingers in the ears, and suddenly these relatively convincing sheep. But the thing is, like, this gargoyle's not actually moved out of the city either. So you know, it's sort of like crap medieval art.
Yes.
I'm picturing that's the level of that's the level of sheep cloudy things that you managed to make. But gargoyles, I was like, ooh, what's nice? All right. And doesn't really. It just sort of like just goes still, goes like that. And you're now free to do what you like.
I'd like to fix up his sock so it's not falling apart anymore.
And as the anthropomorphic personification of narrative structure, now that he's asleep, I can pop this in that mended sock. Stuff it in, full pigeon, right in,
Yep.
legs poking out.
Yeah. That sounds like wrapped. You can see it like wrapped very carefully around the feet.
No,
A couple
gnawing
stray
at its
feathers.
sides.
A couple stray feathers.
Yeah.
Just
I don't have the card.
specifically signed the pigeon as being from the Hogfather. Yes,
Yeah,
we're very clear.
Yes.
No.
It's
Yeah.
from
They
the
all say
Hogfather.
sort of dear this person from the Hogfather. Ho 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 in capital letters.
And can we, being the Weasel of narrative causality, I want to make sure that some little bells go off in the gargoyle's ear to ensure he knows.
You're all welcome to say ho 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 if you want as well.
Ho ho ho. It needs to be in capitals.
It's canonically unclear whether the Hogfather speaks in capitals, as there's only much dialogue in the book. But
It's editorially unclear whether or not we all speak in capitals yet as well.
I speak in capitals. Ho, ho, ho.
brilliant. What do next? There are chimneys of various sizes, by the way, which will seem to lead down into the house. Narrative demands that, of course, you fit. Through various squeezing and sort of arranging of yourselves, and the pile of moss in particular, I think, would be just sort of slump your way down quite comfortably.
Well, I'm a cloud, so whichever chimney is the smallest, they could fit through it really easily.
So there's 4 of them. One has a clean black soot around top of it. One's got quite greasy soot. One is very, very clean, actually. And one has faint warmth coming through it as though there's a fire still lit.
I'm going greasy.
That'd be what? Kitchen, probably.
Probably.
Laws of the narrative demand we now split up.
You're welcome to. Okay. Yeah. Bonus points if you do the legally distinct Scooby-Doo impression. Hey gang, let's split up.
No, stop that. I'm over it.
So what do? You reckon there's a good chance that this greasy one might leave the kitchen? There's lots of other choices as well.
I'm gonna run towards the greasy one and just dive head first down. It's one dive. I don't touch the sides.
Sweet. Is everyone want to follow? You welcome to split up or follow as you like. It's all good.
I'm going to go down the one that you said looks relatively clean.
Oh, okay. Yep.
The one that probably doesn't have anyone at the other end of it.
Or someone who's very keen about cleaning.
I'm going to follow.
Yeah, that's how chimneys work, is you can just be really neat at one end.
I'm going to follow Sheriff Tumble down the greasy one.
I'm just gonna go for the classic, the sooty one. We're gonna go for that.
I'll go for the still warm one because nobody else has.
Cool. You've split the party magnificently. Things can only get better from here. So, the one's you're going first down the greasy soot one.
Yeah.
You
Fluffy Nimbus.
you bounce and sort of rumble your way down, and you find yourself.
Tumble. Surely Tumble.
You find yourself inside an Aga.
Oh damn. Is there any kind of latch mechanism?
There is. Convenience demands that it's able to open from the inside.
I'm gonna open that open and do a combat roll out and do some recon in the room as Fluffer Nimbus comes down behind me.
Excellent. Cool. How does Fluffer Nimbus travel down a chimney?
So Fluffer Nimbus, if you just imagine, she's a cloud, so she could just shape-shift, just like sort of like an octopus. Let's do grease. So she has sort of like the greasy sheen after she comes out. She says, "Oh my, I did not predict this greasy. Where are we?"
So you can see as he's tumbled, literally and figuratively, way out of here, that this kitchen is full of food. There are far more food than one family could possibly eat. There's turkey stuff, there's things marinating, jellied, wobbly things. Jellied things look on forlornly from their wobbly prisons. This is tomorrow's Hogswatch dinner, although feast, or possibly extravagance, may be a more accurate term. There's also assorted mousetraps of varying designs, and complexity have been set in an attempt to protect the bounty of the attentions of mice. There's also a note in the middle of the table, which says, "For the Hogfather and no one else, thank you very much." Is a plate with a pork pie and several turnips.
Well, I don't think the Hogfather's coming here tonight, so we might as well have the pie and would you like the pie and I'll eat the raw turnips?
Well, I could try and absorb it. I can't eat.
Do your best.
Why isn't that damn weasel here?
They'll find food elsewhere. This room is all us. We've taken the initiative to go down the greasy chimney and that's led to the best room. So I'm gonna rot all these turnips. Well, so you go for the pork pie, and then we can get to work.
Okay.
Right.
We described that at length.
Yeah.
For the raw doggy of turnips.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't say mime, I said describe.
Well, I'm gonna mom first, and then we're gonna. So, just gonna pick it up, shine it on my duster jacket. Oh, she is a beauty. It's peppery. Kind of peppery.
Turnips famously tough before being boiled.
Yeah. Ugh. And I can keep going.
Are you eating the pie?
Yes, and then Fluffer Nimbus. She sort of morphs herself like in like a big mouth.
Oh, I'm
And-
picturing no face just now.
Yeah, just no face,
Yeah.
just like a mouth. And the pie's over there, so she's sort of floating towards it, doing this.
Brilliant. And you eat the pie.
And then the pie comes, and then she's just like absorbing it, and she's like, "I don't taste anything. I feel very pink though, and porky."
Now, narratively, some crumbs must remain.
Of course,
on
yeah. There's a few little crumbs and like the little sort of end of a turnip. However, you feel weird. I mean, you've not really got much of a base reality sort of basis on, but you have the distinct impression this pie has been poisoned.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
And tell me, what do you think the effects, in addition to turning pink, what do you think the effects that this might have on you as a cloud of questions?
If it's poisoned, like basically one of my quirks is I can communicate in vague weather ideas. So I'm sort of like, I'll turn to Sheriff Tumbleweed. I think dark typhoon.
Girl, you look
Drain.
you look like a twister on the prairie.
I'm picturing just like emojis. Just
Would you be able to, as a cloud of thought, would you be able to sense the like malice that went into the act of poisoning?
Yeah.
What on earth is going on here?
What's her?
What on this is
Storm.
going on here?
and yeah, but
we don't
what is the round
real,
world?
please.
Tell us about the round world. we do not have time for that.
No.
But out of a little hole in the corner under one of the little sideboards, you see a mouse appears, and looks at you and goes, "You stupid cloud! I was wondering what was that with that." This mouse is literally like this tall, but speaks sort of full on like Jason Statham levels of hard man Cockney. Right. You're right. You got a bit peculiar. What even are you?
Well, I'm Sheriff Tumble, and I must say you gotta watch yourself, you this little rodent, because there's a lot of mouse traps around here, and I don't want you getting into bothering tonight of all nights.
That's very, very kind of you. I'm glad you're looking out for me. It's that little girl in it. She's on a mission.
No.
Yeah, she's trying.
I'm sorry, but I now have to, like, narrative causality. I'm an anthropomorphic personification. I do not need to be where I am. Therefore, that mouse is about to walk into a mousetrap because you've said that.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, it is looking across at you. It's
Can I?
We'd like to stop them.
I would like to do my very best to stop them, and I'm going to take one of my.
You don't know what's going to happen. It's going to happen.
What happens when you put a tumbleweed in a mousetrap?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I see it happening. Look, I refuse to let this happen. I see it happening in front of me. It doesn't take a genius to work out that the narrative is going to continue forward. So I'm going to pull a tumbleweed out of my back pocket where I keep them, full-size tumbleweed, and roll it like a bowling ball across the room to try and stop the thingy.
Cool. I reckon that's going to be a test. I reckon it's going to be a D10.
D10.
Unless you can argue it's going to be going for the detail, but tumbleweeds is a very good way of solving this.
Yeah, I mean, tumbleweed is going to be how I solve.
Cool. So I'll go first. Your target number is 1. Ooh.
I got 1.
Hey,
that's fine.
yeah. So, with the noise, natural causality demands it sounds like a bowling ball hitting pins. Thank you, Rowan, sound editor. You manage to sweep the mouse off its feet, and the mouse then gets trapped inside this tumbleweed. They're like going, "What the blazes is this?"
Well, son, I just saved your life. Now, I appreciate if you could help us out here. My dear friend that I've known for many minutes now has been poisoned, and I need some solutions here. What do you know about this pie?
Well, so it was poisoned by a young Tabitha here. She's been getting her hands on all sorts of stuff. But my knowledge of poison stuff is quite extensive. So my tragic backstory, you see, I'm just a regular mouse at one point. But I was snuffing, over rummage around the unseen university. And oddly similar origin story to a certain wonder dog, of which you might be familiar with.
Crypto the super dog.
I don't know who that is.
Sorry.
Gaspode, you.
Okay.
Gaspode the wonder dog. He's my friend. We gang up on cats together. It's great.
Right.
But that Tabitha, she's I think she's trying to kill the Hogfather.
Oh, that can't be allowed to happen.
I think she wants to be like an assassin when she grows up.
Oh man.
Try and prove herself,
On the plus side, trying to murder something does mean that you believe in it wholeheartedly.
Well, that's actually a positive. So, yeah. So, what point are you? How's you feeling, Fluffer?
Hellstones.
Oh no, that's the worst type of way to feel.
We cut to where have you gone to?
I went down the chimney that was still warm.
Excellent. The one that's still warm leads down to the basement of the house, and in the basement it's a little small furnace. There's not really much to it.
Fabulous. I'm coming down very much in a soot sprite-like manner, since we're apparently referencing that film.
And this furnace giving a gentle glow. You managed to, I think you sort of mossed your way out of it, burning yourself. And it illuminates a maze of stacked barrels, wine racks, a small makeshift den containing a small girl. She set up an old sheet supported by washing poles to create her own little haven away from the empty servants' quarters. She sleeps under a scrappy blanket next to the warmth of the furnace. Hanging from one of her makeshift tent poles is a well-worn stocking with a delicate Q embroidered on it. At the other end of the cellar, a few snowflakes fall through a shaft of moonlight, which is let in through a dirty window. And you're pretty sure this is Quail Doppler, Butler's daughter.
I would like to creep a little closer to see if let's see what sorts of things she may be interested in, that she may have gathered around herself in her den to learn what she might want for Hogswatch.
So she does not have much. She is slightly richer than a church mouse, but not too much more. And so she's got got her favorite leaf that she's put a little frame around. And you can see that she's got she's been sort of mending all of her clothes and things to make ends meet.
Okay.
And she also seems to be about just on the verge of stirring awake, thanks to a passage down.
I reshape myself into something that at the very least has a beard, not actually looking like the Hogfather, in case she wakes up and sees me. And I, out of slight pity for her, fix some of the things that she's struggling to mend just a little bit.
Cool. And she's about 6, but small and thin and tiny, and she's sort of wakes up, eyes as big as saucers, looks across at you, and she's got a front tooth missing as well, and goes, "Are you the Hogfather?"
I'm not legally allowed to answer that.
You must be the Hogfather. You're here on Hogswatch in my room, and you come to bring presents.
It depends. What present did you want?
Well, I would like one more bit of coal, please. That would be nice for the fire.
You can aspire higher, kid.
I would like the masters to be happy. That would be good, because then I can be happy too.
It's a very concerning power dynamic you're describing here.
Does not understand those those words in the slightest.
Fair enough. Go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
Very, very sure.
Okay. Straight back to sleep.
Well, Buckie has just become interested in overthrowing capitalism. Anyway.
The greatest buckle of all to be undone.
Oh. And you do see that I think she's drawn a picture of a stocking on a scrap of other cloth.
Deeply
it's just like a
upsetting.
little, sort of little outline. Yeah.
Grand. I obviously do not have the present.
I'll say that they can be mysteriously transported between you for, again, thank you, narrative causality.
I was about to say.
Yeah. So what have you gone for?
It's the pair of darned socks used. I once again would encourage her to aspire higher, but maybe next year.
Cool. And so you're going to put them sort of in the little sort of square of on the paper with a little shape of her. And the thing is, she's like drawn a little the teddy, top of a teddy sticking out as well.
That is genuinely heartbreaking. But yes, just as a show of goodwill, I will also attempt to mend things that she hasn't quite been able to mend that can technically fall under the purview of fasteners.
Excellent, cool. We cut to where? Oh, so you've been where? Where did you get to?
I went down the soot-covered chimney.
Soot-covered chimney, nice. You emerge into the master bedroom.
Okay. Instantly, I noticed the massive, massive bed. Sprawl myself over it with my... Obviously, I'm a squirrel. My wings go out, and I float patiently over to it as if there was like a pie tickling my nose. I'm just like... plant myself onto it, because I've been overworked, guys. You see those clouds in the sky? That's all me. So I need to take a wee minute just to sit here.
I'm assuming it's going to be a 4-poster bed.
Yes.
Curtains drawn.
All the fixings. Takes up most of the room.
Yeah.
But yeah, sit down, sprawl out there, and then I rise.
Excellent.
Completely refreshed and rejuvenated, ready to search around this room. Because at this moment, I've not even looked at it for a second. All I've seen is the bed and went straight to it. But I rise.
Excellent. And you see the snoring form of Lord Snyde. There's a rather fine-looking red velvet stocking hung on the end of the bed. A small asterisk. Whether this is being hung up by Lord Snyde, one of the children, or simply discarded before bed is difficult to say. But a stocking is a stocking, and this is Hogswatch.
Okay. I noticed the quality of this stocking, and this must be the high caliber, the lord of the house. I have on myself the bottle of the Bear Hugger's finest whiskey. Surely a man of this means this present would suit him, I think. And I noticed that it fits snugly, smoothly, as if it's meant to be there.
I don't know. There's the butler. He might be a drinker. You can hear this.
Where are we?
What are the other presents that are still remaining?
Well, mine is probably going to be the assassin ornate dagger with the wavy blade.
I've got a sports stick, which I'm imagining is Bertrand Snyde a little boy.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. Because boys like sports. I know that.
Especially boys called Bertie.
Boys called Birdie like sports, and girls like torture.
The two genders, sports and torture.
Sports and torture.
It's another Renegade Rolls Patreon exclusive. Let's go.
What? No, that's fine.
That probably is fine.
Can you look around and see, is there anything you can see that would indicate that the Lord likes drink? Is there like the crystal
Signs of
decanter that's
alcoholism.
almost finished?
I look at the night desk and I see glasses, half empty, bottles almost
You're making a lot of choices here.
Yeah, you.
Look at this unprecedented levels of scene painting. This is great. Also, not is what's in the room here. But I enjoy the effort.
Okay.
You can see around here that this is a man who seems to almost live quite an austere life. And I'd like you to. In fact, no, not yet. I would like you to sort of try and look around some more. There's more things to be found here if you're willing to sort of rummage around. But this, it's all plush velvet, oak furniture, all a bit sort of faded. It's not brand new.
The austerity of oak and velvet.
Okay. So being a squirrel, I'm a person of mobility, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
I take my talents of climbing, I go straight to the wall, up to the top for the aerial view, and up to the very top of the bed even, and I use my excellent squirrel vision, as you could say, to spy on what is there.
Cool. So you can see a few things. There is there's a rug that seems to be sort of uneven on the floor. It's odd. It's as though there's like something underneath that. You do notice as well that looking around there is all sorts of like the pictures on the wall. It's not of people. It's very, very particularly not of people. It's of rich people hobbies that involve like murder and stuff, and also ones that involve like exploiting animals in order to have like basic level of fun. So there's like polo things.
No, there is that fun,
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like sort of a version of polo seems to be played, and there's like there's like odd fantasy lacrosse and stuff that seems to happen too.
Okay. So the first thing I notice, I look at the rug and I notice that there is this odd thing underneath it. I say, that's odd. And I say, wow, I should see what's underneath that because that's odd.
Okay.
I go and I open it.
Yep. You find a trapdoor leading down to the basement as he snores on. But it seems this has been like a pitfall trap. Like if someone was to drop down here, they would be dead very quickly.
Okay. So firstly, I want to get back to the paintings first before we acknowledge this trapdoor. I have the book on me. I have the dangerous mammals, reptiles.
You've got everything. So it's
everything. Okay, so it's all interchangeable.
Yeah.
However, I'm bringing to attention this book as I'm thinking, as weird as these hobbies are, and as disgustingly horrible as they are, and as much as I would not like to entertain them myself, this gift, it seems like he would be the one to enjoy it. It seems like this is made for him.
He's also just said paintings of the cross, and there's a cross stick, isn't there?
Also, you don't have to give. You can come back places as well.
Okay.
So you're welcome to find more information and see if there's any better clues.
Any of the rich people sports involve squirrels? Because I can't think of one that would, but that could be horrifying.
You're in danger.
I do keep an eye out for mouse traps as well, as I am suspiciously mousetrap shaped.
You and the weasel.
Yeah.
I'm a lot of danger.
We're in a lot of danger here.
Come on, a weasel's like that size. That's...
Not really.
I'll say you've. So everyone's had a scene so far, even the Weasel from Narrative Causality, because you rocked up at the kitchen as well, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I very specifically did not.
Oh, I see.
The
Okay.
weasel went into the clean chimney.
Right. We cut to the very clean chimney, and as you bounce your way down it. Well, you're probably very, very slim, very weaselly. Yeah.
Yes, I slipped down, kicking all the way, with the
Back half of you.
present in my back half, present in my mouth, and I'm going to exit the chimney.
Yep.
And immediately mark the chimney with my scent.
Of course. Yeah.
Because I am still a weasel. I may be an anthropomorphic, weasel-porphic personification, but I am still a weasel.
Of course. And you see that this room, you find yourself in the drawing room, and the only way to describe it is as aggressively festive. There's a huge Hogswatch tree which twinkles and glitters with fake snow, and enough tinsel and decorations to sink a small boat. It's topped by a serious-looking angel who surveys the room from her lofty perch. There's also a large marble fireplace, which you came out of, but there's no stockings in sight. However, there are sooty footprints, tracks, leading away from the fireplace and out towards the entrance hall.
Do they look jolly, or do they look assassinating?
They look... I'll tell you what, make a roll for me then, please. How do you think you'd be good at finding that out? I don't think you've got much to go on here, but convince me otherwise.
Well, by the laws of narrative causality,
Go on.
I will be able to judge the intent of a footstep and a smudge,
Yeah.
simply because I'll know what needs to happen next.
This weasel speaks some amount of bull poop.
So, by that logic, I will know
That airtight logic.
Yeah.
which.
So
character-
you'll know because you need to know.
Exactly.
Sure. D10, please. And I will roll this one first. So your target number is 7.
Okay.
Here we go. Challenge at last.
2.
You're not sure. You do not know. It's clearly footsteps. It's clearly a person, but it could even be the Hogfather. Could be a chimney sweep. So you're not sure.
Bad chimney sweep.
Okay.
The angel is looking down and glaring at you.
Yes.
She seems to be uncomfortable.
I'm going to
Actually.
kick my way over to the angel.
Yep.
Excuse me, madam. What have you seen recently come through the chimney?
God, mate, what haven't I seen? She speaks with the sort of the gravel of like a 50 a day cigarette habit. God, the amount of stuff in there. And it is me just perched on top of this. Just hate it. But happy Hogswatch, everyone!
Happy Hogswatch!
Narratively, you hear just from the distance, "Oh, God bless us, everyone."
Yes, you've said you've seen everything, but
Seen
specifically,
it all, mate. Seen it all. Yeah.
what have you seen recently coming through the chimney?
That assassin bloke. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I feel we can have an efficient transaction, you and me. Could you do me a favour, though?
Of course.
Could you get me the fuck off this tree?
But
And falls on the floor. And I assume as you're walking away to, oh, thank you.
So I'm not allowed to swear, but the angel does?
Which is a very tough life. Yeah.
is there anything else in the room which would be of narrative use?
No, I will say and seen at that. I'll say you can all gather in one of the other rooms. I'll say you approach the hallway from various different directions. So some of you are down in the basement, others of you sort of come from different places. And yeah, you see the entrance hall. There's a large marble brass balustrade staircase, balconies overlooking the opulent main entrance. This grand foyer connects all the rooms of the house. And you can see there is a figure dressed in red with a pillow stuffed up his shirt. And he's trying his best to quietly make his way across the echoing marble floor, leaving sooty footprints in his wake. He looks lost, this person. And you're all anthropomorphic personifications, and you know instinctively down to your core, you will not be seen by adults. Unless they happen to be concussed or half asleep or whatever the narrative causality demands. But you're all just watching this guy. He's got a little knife out. And he's sort of looking around.
I think we are all watching from heads poked in between the banisters. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
All up.
Yep. Which will be narrated with a little xylophone noise. I've got sound files for it. I'll send you that one.
So it's all poked out. We're all watching.
Can you detect his thoughts? Can you tell like what his target is?
Also, are you still poisoned?
That was my question as well.
Yes, I'll say it's beginning to wear off, but you're...
Well, I had a suggestion that it could be a roll or whatever. I was going to say, like, maybe I could pass this poisonous to some innocent passerby.
I'd say it's kind of... It's going through your system.
Yeah, going through my system.
Use it.
Yeah, just absorbing all that. Okay, right.
I like that you specified an innocent passerby.
Not going to poison any one of you. Just be some innocent passerby.
I'll say in this moment as well, you also see peeking around from the door to another room in the hallway, you see a little girl, clearly Tabitha, and she is watching with an evil sheen in her eye and watching to see if this assassin is going to step on one of her Hogfather traps. Because she has set up a whole load of Hogfather traps.
So I think I need to ensure that the assassin misses all of those traps up until the very end. Has to step over them, trigger just behind them. So if he is about to trigger one of the traps, I'm going to help him to avoid that.
Okay. You can see that there is a strategically placed roller skate, which, if he steps on it, would likely send him down the stairs into the basement with a loud crash and a bang. Okay. And she's watching as it's getting closer, just sort of giggling like that.
Okay.
And she's not noticed you, but she's a child, so
she can see us. Okay. In which case, I'm going to float down, kicking all the way, and just gently move as he's about to step on it, gently move his foot out of the way so it sits down just next to it.
As a bedeviler of travelers, I am deeply upset you did not let the roller skate trap work. And I am secretly fully on side with Tabitha this whole time.
You can be actively on side. If you want to oppose each other, we can do that. We can go down that road.
For the moment, I will wait purely because I am comfortable in the knowledge that one of the traps will be sprung eventually.
As narrative causality demands, yes.
I will also say, if he's missed that trap and there's other traps, I would like to, help him forget why he's walking in the first place.
Okay. So you can see, looking around, there's a bag of flour over a door. There are lots of certainly not inspired by Home Alone in the slightest levels of traps on the go. But she's on a mission. She is wanting to trap the Hogfather, and you see. I'll say you succeed for that. You managed to move his foot. He's not noticed. She has. And once he's stepped away and he's going down. He's going down into the basement now. He's sort of walking down there. She looks across. She looks across at you. He goes, "What did you do that for, little squirrel?"
The squirrel is the other guy. I'm the weasel.
I don't have. You need to ask my brother. He knows about squirrels and weasels. Why did you stop the Hogfather from falling down the stairs? That'd be very funny, and I'd catch him.
Well, young child.
Yes, she is being ingratiatingly cute as well. Of course, yes.
Yeah. I am the Hogfather's helper, one of them, in fact, and I need to ensure that we call it that the Hogfather is able to move around unmolested, to bring joy and cheer and Hogswatch cheer to all little girls and boys.
Kid, ignore him. It's because it's going to be funnier when he hits the big trap in your dad's room. That's why.
And also, little lady, as far as we can tell, that is not the Hogfather. That is an assassin. What? She's got to know these things.
Any confirmation of Hogfather Hayes' disappearance?
There is absolutely nothing suggesting that until you said that.
The real Hogfather is fine, I promise. He's just sent us to this house because he knew it would be difficult with young, precocious ladies like you.
Can't have two Hogfathers in one house.
Can't have two Hogfathers in one house. Now, that assassin is probably here to kill potentially your father, or you, or someone else in this house.
Who would you kill in this house?
Who would you kill in this house?
Not the Hogfather.
Not the Hogfather.
You see that the that kind of little cute girl face it changes, and she goes cold and calculating now, and goes, "Well, if you're working for the Hogfather, then logically that makes you my enemy. But if you're working against the assassin, I would quite like my father to live. Certainly Bertrand would. He can become insufferable. Though I do think, for my my heroic backstory, that an orphaned at a young age would be rather good for my application to the assassin school."
So my whiskers are going to twitch at that, because narrative causality would demand her becoming either Batman or The Joker.
Well, it depends. Does your father have any skills that would be helpful in training an assassin? Because you could get several training montages with your father before he dies later on at a more narratively important point.
I see, yes, clearly there's going to be an optimum moment for my father's death that would allow me to really flourish in my chosen career. This little girl's terrifying, by the way. She's like 8
I
or
like
so,
her.
and just...
And the thing is, as well, it's not going to be that narratively satisfying if you. It kind of seems like you and your father aren't on the best of terms necessarily. Like, you need to really, really love him before he dies. You need to kind of have a change of heart where you turn good for a few years. You have some lovely times. He takes you to the fun fair, all these kind of things. Then he dies tragically. Then you go back in your old ways, start to kill again, and become an assassin. You understand?
See, I don't think you understand. We are upper class, and our relationships with family are distant, to say the least.
I'm upper class.
Oh, really? What lands do you have? What titles?
Sheriff.
Lowly sheriff. No better than a common watchman.
I'm the sheriff of an entire domain.
You don't understand, in the land that Sheriff Tumble comes from, being a sheriff means that you are not a watchman. It's more like being a patrician of a very large and empty, vast area.
I see, but one without diplomatic ties to Morpork is fundamentally useless to me.
Well,
Not always. If you're going to become an assassin, you're going to be traveling.
This is true.
The world is bigger than Morpork.
speaking of which, young lady, what kind of... We're here, of course, to spread the magic of Hogswatch, and as much as you potentially want to kill each and every last one of us, we believe in, above all, spreading that magic. So is there anything in particular that we could help you with? Any kind of means by which you intend to further your craft?
It's that for Tabitha. It's definitely that.
The torture chamber. Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
We got a dagger as well.
I think the daggers were the assassins.
Tabitha, how many daggers have you already got?
Like that Tabitha, like she is.
Look, the assassin might just want the whiskey. We don't know.
Tabitha, can assassins drink on the job? Can't you be kicked out of the guild for that?
No, assassin should always be on their game. I was given, well, I acquired, shall we say, the young assassin's guide, level 2. Which reminds me that one must always stay sober and alert. So I would not touch this stuff, frankly. I doubt any assassin worth their salt would either. Though this poor fool is not really worth much at all. He's clearly not the Hogfather, but neither are you. Is he? Is he well?
The assassin. Is he well?
The Hogfather. And all of you feel a legally distinct from Back to the Future little shimmer as you feel you may begin to sort of wobble out of existence.
Oh no!
As she is now questioning whether the Hogfather is real or is well.
He's fine.
Look out in that window. He's right there in the clouds. You can see his sleigh going past. He's perfectly fine as I cast a excellent.
The Hogfather is just staying away because he is so offended that someone is behaving as a pretender to his title, that he sent us to deal with this assassin so that he may return.
And also, quite frankly, girl, he's gosh dang terrified of you.
It seems to me that you're not united of purpose. But I feel you could be useful to me, at least for now. Will you assist in the assassination of the assassin? That's rather neat, isn't it?
Yes, but we will require further information.
Give his gift to the assassin, and then he can get killed.
Oh, I know how.
Yeah. I think
Narratively, I know how.
Yeah.
Also, we have a couple of things that we will need your assistance with, Tabitha. For instance, is there anyone in this building that cares about sports for some reason?
Oh, father. More than me, certainly. It's always it's a rather barbaric game from Wonderland, I believe. Sort of find a poor person, take their head, then you whack it with sticks across a field with horses.
Yes, that
Yeah.
sounds like something your family would enjoy.
I know it will.
And do you have a brother? Is that?
He likes the animals, correct?
Bertrand, dearest, he's a sweet young boy, but a head full of follies.
How did that happen in this house? Him becoming a sweet young boy, I mean.
He sees things as he wishes them to be, rather than as they rather more factually are.
Well,
I think he's my favourite.
he seems lovely.
And how about the butler? Does the butler drink?
Oh, like a like a fountain.
Terrific. Terrific. I think that,
We're starting to finally see some patterns here.
Old Marcus is, well, he does his best, but father is trying. Ever since mother left. But, mother dearest,
wish her all the very best of luck anywhere but here. Anyway. All right. Assassinating an assassin.
Yeah, I can help with that. I spent a great deal of time catching outlaws back in my day before I got into the tumbleweed making trade.
You're 2 hours old.
Yeah, I know, but I can kind of picture it. I feel in my soul that it. You know how that way. I don't know if you feel the same, that we've always existed, but also we've not.
I mean,
Like, you call yourself the Buckle Bogle. I've never once seen you undo a buckle.
I don't know. I feel foggy all the time.
Well, yeah.
have a luck point.
Buckle hasn't presented itself.
There is one around the pretender to the Hogfather. He's got the.
Okay.
That's a buckle that can be buckled any which way you like. Yeah.
Well, before we do anything, you're gonna have to get to sleep at some point, so we can leave an incredible present for you, which will help with your assassinations in the future. So don't go complaining about it.
Oh, but I was a burly and strong in the arm crossbow. That would be marvelous.
Well, not quite. We do have something suitably deadly potentially, but
Go on.
well, you've got one of two options. Do you prefer the swift end of someone's life or the tantalizing torture of them before they die?
In other words, would you rather send a fury of typhoons and tornadoes and things their way that don't quite kill them, or just one swift flash of blood?
A good assassin is always efficient. I believe that answers your question.
Understood. Well, I think we know what this young lady's gonna get. So we'll deal with this assassin. We don't want you to worry yourself. You head off to bed, and when you wake up in the morning, us, the Hogfather's little helpers, may have left you something nice and sharp in your stocking.
And there will be a recently deceased assassin, so you can get that sort of sight of death on sight. Isn't that a lovely Hogswatch morning thing to wake up to?
But would it not be more efficient if I just murdered the stupid man?
We do have, we have to complete giving him a present first, and then you can murder him.
This present will make it even more rewarding when you finally do kill him.
Yeah.
Also, it might send you onto the naughty list, meaning you get no presents at all.
I've made my peace with that kind of thing. I accept that the life of an assassin is one that the gods will potentially take interest in. And
I'm sorry, but an assassin only kills under contract.
And I don't think that they kill other assassins, surely.
But both points are true. So there is a certain honour among assassins, as you seem to know, and it's unsavoury, shall we say? But it's the purview of, well, it's the purview of gentlemen, and therein lies the problem. You see, I'm no gentleman.
Well, you could be. You can be anything you want to be, young lady.
I heard they had a female wizard not so long ago.
No, that sounds preposterous.
And she's sort of listening to all this, like trying to figure out, because she's right in the middle of being half on your side, wanting to help with this, but also like she just wants to kill that guy. Frankly, how are you going to persuade her, like, that if she doesn't play along, the sun won't rise? Because those are the stakes.
Could the squirrel form some cloud version of her future as an assassin. Like the narratively, there's a gust of wind which blows some smoke and some dust into the hallway down through the chimney.
Yep.
This is where myself and Fluffer Nimbus, we come together, we combine our skills.
So that's using our 3 powers combined.
Nice.
Narratively.
Yeah.
Soot comes in, give the raw materials to work with.
Yep.
What are we convincing her to do? Just to go to bed?
Are we showing her future as a...
Future as an assassin, as the first female assassin.
Okay.
First known female.
First known female assassin in the Assassin's Guild. Breaking the glass noose, if you will.
Very good. I think you're already full of luck points. But...
Would be quite easy to break, actually.
One more then.
So we show her as a lowly novice assassin, working her way up the ranks through cloud cinematography.
Yep.
To become head of the Assassin's Guild. Not only the first female assassin in the Assassin's Guild, first head female assassin in the Assassin's Guild.
Okay. This will work perfectly. However, narrative causality demands that first we see the views of the ghost of Hogswatch past. So we flash back to a moment, probably the previous year, of their last family Hogswatch together with mother, father, a young Bertrand, and Tabitha, all together. And it's that actually you are there as well, as
I've always been there.
as there is so much awkward silence.
Just I'm standing in the corner of the room. No one can see me, and I'm just bowling strikes. Oh, hey.
We flash again to the Hogswatch present, which we see just the day before a huge fight between Lord and Lady Snyde as she packed up and left. And I think
Would we call a wedding ring a fastener? Does that work?
you are there. Yeah, as she has taken it off, thrown it on the floor, and in that moment you are able to shatter it, break it. What do you think?
I don't think it can be intact but inert because the tie it represents has been severed.
Very nice. And none of them see you in that moment either. But then we have the moment of flashing forward to the to Hogswatch future. First, we see a tombstone, which again, narrative causality demands. It says that Ebenezer Scrooged on, but then you quickly update it to actually show her future. And paint that future vision for us. She is an adult, grown up head of the Assassin's Guild. You said on Hogswatch. What does that look like?
She is looking at the grave of her brother, whom she never knew. She just never learned to be a sister to him. And secretly, deep down in her heart of hearts, that is her greatest regret.
In that scene as well, at that tombstone, which says on it, Bertrand Snyde, also standing there is Death. And she looks across, and assassins have a bit of a sensitivity to death and can sometimes see him. And he says, "I honestly thought this would be one of yours, but no, you've brought me so many. This one hurts you." And we flash back to the present. So we are back in the room as you've basically shown young Tabitha a potential future, and she is looking around all of you, going, "Oh, that's so good. That's amazing." But yeah, but I don't know about the bit with Bertrand. That wasn't as nice.
Well, there's two options. You get that, with the bad Bertrand bit, if you stay up tonight, the bit with you get that, but you're good buddies with your brother if you go to bed, and that's kind of the dichotomy.
Can I transplant like a thought in her head?
Sure, I'm also liking this as well, but what for you?
I know. I like, we need to get her to sleep, right? To, give her a present.
She can go climb into her brother's bed. That's adorable things that children do.
Yeah, it's adorable. The most important thing is get her to sleep. So maybe I could just, like, make myself really sleepy and sort of, float over towards her way, and we could just be sleepy together.
Letting the poison shut down your organs as a cloud.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make you roll for that. I think that sounds perfect to me, though. I love that. I think that's a D12 roll. You have to roll the biggest dice, but I get to roll this one first. And your target is 6.
6. Okay, I thought that was 9. It was like, oh my gosh.
Well, no, D8. We're fine.
Okay.
Definitely 6.
All right.
Ooh.
Got a 5.
Oh, just one off.
Can I use a luck point to help?
Yes, you may.
Can
That's
I?
Perfect.
Can I start singing some blues for her to help lull her to sleep?
You're gosh darn right. I look forward to this in the edit.
The assassin with no brother, he did not go to bed, but the assassin with a family fell asleep instead. And I'll sing that and try and get her to go to sleep.
Glorious. That is a D12 for me, please.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's a 12.
And that kind of the little cynic in her, you see almost like fading away, is like you envelop her. What's the kind of arrangement here? I imagine you sort of create yourself into a you sort of made a little cloud underneath her, and she's I go tired of this, and she, in the way that small children can, just goes like she's asleep before she lands it. And so you're going to take her to the bedroom. Okay. So I can imagine all of you like going that way to the children's bedroom. Let me see.
So yeah, sort of. She's just like on me. So
And in you, which is weird.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, we're just gonna float, and like we'll just go to her room now.
What element of her like essence is like seeping into your psyche?
Guys, I know we need to bring her to her bedroom and give her a present and everything, but say like have the odd craving. Do you think maybe she's right? Maybe we should.
Nope.
Okay, could you lean into that part of what you're currently feeling and tell me definitively whether or not you prefer an Inquisition playset or a dagger? Because we've kind of dithered.
I mean, it's a really strong urge. I just want to get it done quick.
Both result in blood, but
Do we want blood that comes back over and over again? Or the real thing?
I think
I narratively think that the dagger is already spoken for.
I disagree. I think she seems so like we presented the option to her, and number one, she's the child, so she gets first dibs. And she said she prefers a quick, clean death over torture any day of the week.
And narratively, I'm telling you, the dagger is spoken for.
And who would end up with the Inquisition playset?
The assassin. Look, play is for all ages.
Right. Why don't... The thing is, I want to kill the Hogfather now.
Can you stop that?
Please add that as you've got a little blank bit at the bottom for consequences. Yes. And I reckon this is just like sort of mind of an assassin now.
Do you want to kill the Hogfather, or do you want to kill the Hogfather that we spoke to earlier?
I want to, like, kill the Hogfather.
But is he not kind of already dead, guys? Like, we all know that, right? I thought.
Look,
The whole point of this.
we need to do our part in believing that the Hogfather is going to be okay.
Okay.
You specifically shimmer again very slightly.
Right.
An immediate consequence of your actions as a
The doubt.
doubting cloud squirrel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you make your way into the children's bedroom. It's a bunk bed, and you can see that she has the top bunk. On the bottom bunk, there is a very small boy sleeping, looks about 5 or so. And festooned is the only word for this. There are like cuttings from like very like the fantasy, let's see, National Geographic, but in fantasy. What would that be? A good name for that. It's sort of a Quorm's Quest or something like that.
National Discographic.
Oh, yeah. National Discovery. Yeah. This is a game for puns and plays on words.
It's also, like, this is such a nerdy point, but so which nation are we saying this is if it's national discovery?
Oh, well, true. I'm more for city-state, so... It's not actually clear the name of the continent when I think about it.
Nations are not the continents. They are the regulatory bodies that contain humans.
Either way, there are images of like woodcuts out of magazines and things. We're setting this. I've decided we are, because of having like printed stuff, we are after the truth, canonically.
I'm assuming you're saying that just to upset me.
Yes. But the small boy has like all around. He's almost made a little like nest in the lower bunk, and this little child is interested in everything. Also, as well, well, it takes a moment to realise this. In fact, the bedroom of children, and not the bedroom of someone who might, say, soon be helping the watch with their inquiries. It's a mix of very specialist literature around the room and disconcertingly real-looking toy weapons and other tools of would-be Assassin's Trade. The former, the woodcuts and things of like plants and animals and trees and all sorts are all like all over the place, all scattered, but very neatly stacked and ordered and organised are like this pile of weapons and what look like sort of My First Poisoner's kit and stuff like that. Yeah.
What's the dagger situation like?
9.
Oh, she needs a 10.
On the bottom bunk is a sleeping form of Bertrand Snyde, stocking cuddled tightly to his chest, while the top bunk contains a bundled up duvet designed to fool parents and hogfathers into thinking there's a child sleeping there.
Gosh, she's so pale.
And Bertrand opens a sleepy small child eyes and says, "The hogfather."
Go back to sleep.
Okay.
An agreeable child. Excellent. So if we thrust the book at Bertie.
Identify which of the stockings this is.
He's cuddling one, and she's got one, but it's also like there's like barbed wire around it, and you notice around the top it looks like there's sort of tequila salts kind of thing around there, and that on close inspection that's like shards of glass. So how are you filling these stockings? As I'm guessing you place her carefully onto her bed.
Yes.
We could place her carefully onto Bertrand's bed for the adorable feature of the sibling bond, which also means that we can bypass the trap and just put...
May I suggest as well, instead of putting the dagger in the stocking, we just throw it against the wall.
Once again, no, she's not getting the dagger.
Or we throw it
Inquisition plate.
No. Or we throw it in the middle of the Godfather.
Do you agree?
The Hogfather.
Do you agree, dagger?
Say again.
Do you want the dagger or the playset for the girl?
The Inquisition playset.
I think dagger. Squirrel, it's down to you.
I don't know. I do think the Inquisition playset does add up nicely, I think.
No, because she doesn't want it. We asked her.
While this is arguing because I have it, I'm popping in. I'm floating over the stocking, avoiding the trap, and just plopping in, and it makes a little sound as it goes in.
And just for the sake of spite, I then fasten it neatly at the top. Just a little bow.
It's settled. You had a good run, partner.
I just start little shocks of lightning bolts just start.
I'm not happy about this.
I'm not a happy cloud.
I'm gonna bring out the dagger because we all have a bit of everything.
Yep.
This town ain't big enough for both of us. This little girl is getting this implement of murder, whether you like it or not. She can have both if we want to say she gets both, but this little girl is waking up tomorrow morning with this poison tip dagger. I swear to the gods.
Why don't we go see if we can find someone to stab with the dagger? And if we get to the point where we've dealt with the assassin and the dagger is still just casually in your hand, we can come back and we can give it to the little girl so she can stab her brother later. And
The assassin can get dick all for all I care.
Narratively, the assassin must have the dagger by the end of the night. He must be the final...
Narratively, you can eat my ass, Weasel.
I'm going to give a little spray to mark the territory.
Yep.
And say, you do not know what powers you play with. The assassin must have the dagger he must have it by the final stroke of midnight, of the dawn, whatever.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. I don't give a rat's ass about narrative. I care that goddamn little girl wakes up tomorrow morning with the present that makes her feel most Hogswatchy.
And I want to ensure that there is a tomorrow morning. What is Hogswatch but a story that we tell ourselves from our hearts?
What is Hogswatch if not a little girl waking up with an implement of murder?
She has implements of murder, 9 of them. We've established this.
She needs a tip. Not one of those has a poison tip.
Correct.
We don't know that. She poisoned that pork pie. Look, she's still pink.
Fluffer, do I have your support in this?
You have my support.
Squirrel.
No, this is ridiculous. We need to make sure everyone gets the right thing for tomorrow. Guys, come on. There has to be a tomorrow.
Narratively, we now have to split along party lines.
Okay, functionally, how will that be any different than us just going to deal with the assassin?
You can go deal with the assassin. I'm not giving up this dagger.
I'm going to use a luck point to get that dagger.
We could just grab the dagger later. It's fine.
Yeah, so
We can interchange all the presents later.
God dang.
I reckon like this conversation is the kind of thing you'd be having on your way to visit the assassin. You have now met everyone apart from
Butler.
The butler, who
The alcoholic butler.
Yeah, who I reckon you find out somehow is out. He's having a drink in the pub. But there is a servant's quarter somewhere. It's his room you've not been to yet. But he's not in the house.
Wait, I just thought there's a servant's quarter and he left his like kid just in a...
Yeah.
He's a bad pal. He's in the naughty list.
I might backtrack for a minute too, because I just realized that I've since deposited Tabitha onto the bed, so no longer absorbing her energy. So
I think you're stuck with it. Narrative causality or not,
Yep.
you need that
yeah.
a bit of aggression.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So what now, team? You're going to find is the intention to deal with the assassin in the kind of mafia way of deal with him?
No, it's to get him a present before he succumbs to one of Tabitha and or her father's traps.
Yes. So
I say we get him the present. We tell him to get out of here, basically.
I don't care if he gets out of here.
But we don't want him to get
as long as he believes before he dies, we're still on track. So
we need to ensure the assassin is standing above his target as the cock crows and receives his present.
Gosh, you're exhausted.
The assassin cannot fall beforehand. There must be a Hogswatch miracle.
Well, I think the assassin, on his way to do things, he could just, forget things here and there. And we could do that enough times that by the time he remembers, it's time.
I'm worried about the cumulative effects of amnesia. What that would do to him.
I'm worried about the cumulative effect on me as well.
Yeah,
I have
let's
to be
maybe keep
honest.
it away from terrible people from now on.
There's a
Put in,
cloud
like,
joke.
more
There's a cloud joke there somewhere. Cumulonimbus effect.
The cumulative effect.
Yeah.
Nimbus effect.
Mm-hmm.
As this conversation's been happening, I've just already went into the butler's room, given him some whiskey and left.
Perfect. Yep. You got the card for it?
That's out the way.
Thank you very much.
He's a terrible father.
Yeah.
You're awful.
And you see coming out of the basement again, still looking confused, is this is this assassin with an ill-fitting red cloak, white fur lined. He's got a sack on his back, but doesn't actually seem to contain it. It's sort of like just empty shape of it. And he's got sort of a very low quality beard with a gap, like just below, it's like hanging down layer, so like below his chin.
I would like to unbuckle his belt on principle.
Good. I reckon you can just do that. And again, thank you, narrative causality. You know those trousers fall down, and also there are white pants with red polka dots on them, as the only sort that can be.
I'm sorry, hearts. Surely.
Oh, hearts. Yeah, okay, hearts. Yeah.
And he must waddlingly avoid traps. As he
Are you hoping he'll avoid more traps? Because there are.
He needs to avoid traps until he gets to his target for maximum.
Yeah. And of course,
narrative
he can't see any of you just now, but he's sort of prowling the house, and he's sort of muttering onto it. He's going, "Oh, where can he be? If I was a lord of a manor, I thought I'd be hiding, but maybe I'm being too smart. Maybe I'm being too clever. Maybe actually, he's in the master bedroom. But that would be too simple. Surely that must be a trap." And he's absolutely overthinking this.
I use a luck point to. There are candles up and down the staircase.
Sure.
Lovely Hogswatch candles.
Of course. This is introducing a detail, so you spend a point on that. Yeah.
Which will guide. They've been laid out in such a way that guide them towards the master bedroom.
Okay.
And
so I imagine you've snuffed out all the other ones, and only these ones are lit. Okay.
So yes,
like a runway.
All the other ones blow out. These ones go and guide him towards the master bedroom.
I like that a lot. What is? Can you tell me your intention for the showdown in the master bedroom? What's your hope will happen?
So we need to end the evening with the assassin standing above the target. Mm-hmm. We need to ensure that as the cock crows, the assassin is prepared to strike, and that he receives his gift.
Additional point, the only two presents left, I think, are the dagger, and also the sports stick of some variety, and thus, for maximum narrative causality, if Lord Snyde were to defend himself against the intrepid assassin with the sports stick that he received from the Hogfather for this exact scenario, surely he would be absolutely convinced of the Hogfather's existence and dedication to protecting him on this blessed day.
So, I want to ensure that we're on the same page here. The assassin has to receive his gift. He does not have to receive it handle first.
Counter argument?
I think, Weasel, when you think too hard about these things, I think that you plan everything so far in advance. You think about what's gonna work perfectly for all those folks around us, how their stories are gonna go.
Yes.
But what about our story, Weasel? What about my story? What about Fluffer's story?
This isn't your story. This is the Hogfather's story. We can write your story some other time.
Motherfucker. This could be my story if I choose it to be.
Out of interest, are you still imprisoning a mouse in a tumbleweed?
He's probably free at this point.
Narratively, he has died. The death of rats has turned up.
Sweet. I just don't like you going around wholesale making decisions over the mortality of mass. It's unfair.
Hogswatch is the most narratively important night of the year.
The world needs to be able to have non-narrative things happen sometimes, Weasel. Just once.
Maybe.
Just once can one story end in a unsatisfying way.
Maybe
No, because
there
that
is-
becomes deliberate subversion, which also contributes to the overall.
God damn it!
Maybe there is a world where things just happen. Maybe there's a world where sometimes everything falls down every single time. That isn't this world. This is the disc.
But what?
Maybe it's some weird globular shape
Just one day.
floating around, spinning around us.
Like a tumbleweed.
Tumbling like a
through
weed.
the air.
Just one day I'd like to see a story end with an awkward silence. Where all that happens is someone says a one-liner that doesn't work.
Have you tried romance novels?
Narratively, it's dog shit. And a tumbleweed goes by. And then that's it. That's all I want.
For stories that end in awkward silences, there are many pubs around this land wherein you can go and explore romance subplots. Which I imagine.
The tumbleweed would be narratively satisfying, though.
You do what you gotta do, Weasel. But just know you're breaking my little cowboy heart.
That's fine. Anyway.
So, the assassin. The Edmund Marley, yes. Edmund Marley comes up the stairs into the master bedroom, sees the hole in the floor, which you never said you repaired from the dropping him through the
I
trapdoor.
did not repair that.
Yeah.
No.
And goes, easy, thank you, someone's done this already. And you hear outside there is a cockerel warming up. Scream. Mew, 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 mew. Mew, 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 mew. Like that. Getting ready to embrace the day. Time is running short.
So, we have remained downstairs.
Mhm.
Despite everyone's objection, I've ensured that we are staying downstairs.
Okay.
And using the abilities of narrative, I can hear the assassin creeping
Yep.
up.
This will be the dun 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 noise.
Floorboard. Creepy floorboard, stop. Creepy again, stop.
Any other sound effects?
Continue. And stands poised over the target.
Excellent. And so everyone is. There's a pregnant pause as we wait to see what happens next.
Does a tumbleweed?
Can I say that as there's a pregnant pause, there's a tinkle, 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 and the break. And the break.
It's happening. It's
just like
it's
a
happening
cat's
now.
paw.
It's happening now.
It's a cat's paw that is pregnant.
Just appears in the hallway next to you.
So I would like to. Need a moment?
And breathe.
Wait. So, Daps.
I think you genuinely look like, oh god, I forgot. Sorry.
No, I didn't see it. I'm so raptor.
So I'm going to hand the poison-tipped dagger on to Sheriff Tumble, sorry. And I'm going to say...
You're going to force Sheriff Tumble to be complicit in this part.
Tumbleweed would have 1,000,001 shot of picking up this dagger, rolling upstairs, carried in a draft of clouds,
Avoiding all the traps for the
avoiding all the traps. Every single narrative possibility says that it cannot be done. It's 1,000,001 chance. It would then be 1,000,001 chance for it to embed itself in the chest or the back because it's facing away, of the assassin. Do you want this to be your story?
I will not be part of your sick, twisted games. I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna get through the end of this night my own man. unbounded by the whims of narrative structure. I'm gonna get through this with my integrity intact. You will not bring my tumbleweeds, the only pure thing I have left in my life. You will not bring my tumbleweeds into the murder of this man who is just trying to do his job on Hogswatch.
Weasel, what would the odds be of someone participating in your plan against their own will? What would the odds of that?
So I picture you doing this, having a showdown. You whack the dagger out of his hand, and it lands in a tumbleweed.
No.
And you see it. It's one of the ones from earlier. So I would say it's actually got the mouse inside. It's got the dead mouse.
No.
Inside. And somehow it's a 1,000,000 to 1 shot.
Fuck.
But it might just work. Bounces up the stairs. Dodges the tripwire that Tabitha had set up. Bounces up some more stairs. There's a little zephyr of wind from somewhere. Maybe a cloud has supplied that, or maybe it was the cloud squirrel.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Squiggly.
And gains momentum, gets faster and faster. The desiccated corpse of the mouse like that as it goes, and you hear these little, very light little sounds of tumbleweed bouncing on thick carpeted hallway. And then a very soft little.
Can I use a lock point to throw my body in the way and die?
How many
die a very narratively unsatisfactory death.
I do enjoy that if it were.
You, through force of sheer willpower and spending luck points, you teleport up through the hallway and into the master bedroom, where you see a ornate dagger inside a tumbleweed, just fallen out of tumbleweed, and has landed through Lord Snyde's chest. Edmund Marley is still standing there, looking shocked, and he looks down and he looks at this scene with the man with a knife in his chest and says, "It's a Hogswatch miracle. I always wanted a knife like this. That's incredible. I didn't think I believed, but I think I do. Oh, Merry!" He shouts out from his voice, "Merry Hogswatch, everyone! Merry Hogswatch! Oh my God!" What do?
I'm leaving. I'm not joking. Because narratively, the worst thing I could do is literally walk out. I'm not gonna have a nice ending. It's not gonna get wrapped up in a nice bow. There's not even gonna be a tumbleweed that rolls past as I leave.
Oh my God, it wasn't a Hogswatch story at all. It was a Western the whole time.
I'm just gonna walk out.
Tumble, come back.
The door.
Tumble.
The floorboards will not creak as I leave. There will be no closing vignette of me walking into the horizon. It's just I leave the room and then we don't hear from me again.
Well, I
That's what happens.
I use a luck point to expand
Stop
myself.
this.
To expand myself into this really dense black fog that envelopes not only you but everyone.
With the vindictiveness of a small girl who wants to be an assassin when she grows up.
Yes.
Surely no more pure form of
You have
spectre known
incensed
I want to leave
a
this
little
narrative.
cloud. You've incensed Fluffer Nimbus. Fluffer Nimbus is so hard to incense, to make angry, but it's super easy now with this assassin girl too. But Hogswatch has to happen. The sun has to come up. There has to be a satisfying ending. Narration dictates it.
Are all the gifts, have they all been given
Oh, you've
to the
not
individual
given
people?
the rapidly deceasing himself, Lord Snyde, his sports stick.
I just dropped the stat cut in the fucking day. I'm like, God dang it.
So, just theoretically, testing the bounds of what would technically be described as a fastening.
Go on.
How are we? How would we treat a wound on, for instance, the Lord of a House?
That is something which could potentially be fastened. It's so dumb, but I love it.
It's I have not used any luck points, so I still have the 2 to start with. So we could, rushing in the wake of the dramatically leaving Sheriff Tumble, thrust.
Not
the
dramatic.
sports
It's not dramatic. I'm not leaving dramatic.
the pointedly subversive, non-dramatic Sheriff Tumble.
Which, ironically, is extremely dramatic.
Exactly.
It's
We
really,
could-
it's really dramatic to say you're not being dramatic.
Yeah, and that music that you've added in post as well is really helping with this
I am
moment.
playing the Benny Hill theme in post.
And we could thrust the sports stick into the waiting hand of Lord Snyde, wrest the dagger from his chest, and then fasten him using 2 luck points. It's a Hogswatch miracle.
It's a Hogswatch miracle. It happens. You're right.
I'm not here. I've left. I'm gone. I hope you get to keep playing. By all means, I'm done.
As the camera of the mind's eye pans back, we see the house beginning to stir. Not the mouse, that died. But the sun begins to come up. Rosy fingers of dawn out across the horizon. You, against all probability somehow, have saved Hogswatch. The sun is beginning to come up in the morning. I would like closing little vignettes from each of you, apart from you, about how you sort of blink into the dawn of the new day.
I would like to clarify before we do that. I just put the stick into Lord Snyde's hand. I didn't determine what he did with it, so there is still an assassin in front of him.
Yeah.
He can do
And
whatever he chooses to.
And he is poisoned, but has a wound which is healed.
Well,
So-
it'll take time for that to happen, and he can still be nice to his kids before he goes.
Exactly.
Or fire the butler, who's awful.
So the camera's sort of panning back, seeing that. You see Lord Snyde, who is very competent with like sticks and weapons and things, absolutely goes to town on this failed assassin, realizes that it's just a pillow, it's like whacks him through that, and then we veil over that, we pan away again. No one needs to see that bloodshed. There's maybe a few screams and like weird sounds and
Anything else?
yeah, some barnyard noises. Yeah, I'll send you that file.
Do you want any like video effects over that?
Yes, like cool whooshes.
I'll animate the scene.
All right,
I'll
cool.
animate it.
It's the first Renegade rolls animatic. Here we go.
Yeah.
Love it. Yep.
It's just the camera like shooting through Ankh-Morpork.
Yeah.
All the different
Yeah,
areas.
it's a luxurious.
Over every character,
Easy
every
little
plotline.
luxurious
3D
CGI.
models.
Yeah.
I think it's voiced by Angelina Jolie, narration.
I can do that impression. That's fine.
I would like to hear that. Yeah.
Oddly, Christopher Lee, which is even harder in retrospect.
I can do it. Yeah, that's fine.
But we see each of you take a moment, breathing in the dawn of a new day. Go around this way, so we have the narratively convenient ending. On you go.
I turn with nothing but affection to the Weasel of narrative convenience and say
Still floating, still kicking.
that just this once, it turns out that narrative resolution was satisfying because of how annoying it was to Sheriff Tumble. You were right. You were right all along.
So Fluffer Nimbus, just is sort of there and floats up in the sky away from the others, just looking around. She's still pink. And she says, well, we didn't get to kill the Hogfather. We didn't get to kill the Hogfather this year. There's always next year, though. And then it starts snowing from her cloud over
A little jingle
everyone.
as well. Excellent.
So the Weasel of narrative causality knew that there was no other way this could have gone because of narrative causality, and so he just watches the sunrise with a little bit back legs going, sort of it's quite serene because his whiskers twitching, and he just does a little whittle
Alright. On the gargoyle. Or next
Not
to the
necessarily.
gargoyle?
No.
No.
And I've got 3 block points left. Could I use them to narrate the Sheriff Tumbles?
No, you may not. No. Yeah.
So, Squiggly the little squirrel, this whole time, he's not been paying attention. He's just been running around the room. He's a squirrel. And he notices what's happened. He notices the dramatic exit of the sheriff. And to be absolutely painstaking, he paints the clouds with a beautiful last-minute story showing an emotional exit of the sheriff, where it's a heartfelt tale. There's tears everywhere. The little girl comes down. Thank you, Sheriff. You saved Hogswatch. And yeah, that's what we were forced to watch.
Meanwhile, with no drama whatsoever, what do we see?
I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna go. I need to go. I'm so sorry. But you guys can finish up. I didn't realise. I've got.
Yeah. See, joke's on you because I'm doing the video editing and we can just like fade right into you. Because just fade into you. Like a little closing vignette. No, you can't stop the closing vignette. It's circling around you. It's circling around you. You can't stop it.
It's going to be slow. I'll see you all soon. It's been lovely to play with you. I wasn't actually angry at all, by the way, so I'm just going to say up.
As Rowan left, running off into the night, we see the spirit of that Sheriff Tumble really embody Rowan. And the thing is, you thought you controlled all the cameras. So as the surprise camera zooms in on Rowan, as the vignette closes in, as the drama of the scene really wraps up in an incredibly satisfying way, what parting message, a Hogswatch message for all the viewers at home?
Even cowboys get the blues.
Thank you for playing with me, everyone. So damn silly. Post game. You alright? How was that?
That was really fun, actually. I had so much fun doing that. Everyone was so entertaining. The characters were great. I had such a beautiful time. Thank you for putting it together, Rich.
You're very welcome. You can come more often. Did you enjoy that?
Yes, very much. Particularly, my new favourite game is just annoying Rowan. It means so much to me. I can't even begin to tell you. Truly, a Hogswatch miracle was founded today.
It was actually like my first introduction to Discworld, this game, and I read the Hogfather before it, and it was just a great introduction, and I had so much fun today just playing with all these fun people and just being mischievous and cheeky.
Hey Joseph, how was that? Did you enjoy yourself?
A lot of fun, despite some people ruining it towards the end with their terrible tantrums. I don't think that's the game's fault, though. I think that's the player's fault. So, yeah, it ended the only way it could have ended, and most of us were happy. So,
and that's the important thing. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Sure, there's going to be some falling out and some backbiting after that, but has to be done.
Hey, Rowan, we've just finished playing. You all right? Hey, what? Friend, you okay?
Don't talk to me.
All right.
Did you have fun?
Yes, very much.